this could be it. So you do have to remember, this is used, right?
Well, I see you found the view. I mean, it's unique. Is it locked?
I think it's locked. Oh my gosh, you guys. How long do you plan on spending in the bathroom?
Well,
So I am super excited about this. So you might have noticed something here is missing. That's right. We sold the RV! Just kidding. We didn't sell the RV. It is in for repairs right now. But we are still on the hunt for something different. And a few videos back, we shared how we were looking at an RV at an estate sale. To follow up on that, they did not accept our offer. We kind of threw in a lower one because it wasn't exactly what we wanted. So we just look at that as God's grace, and he knew what we really need and what we don't. So today, we are gonna head up to a place that is extremely different from any other RV dealer. And I'm gonna tell you more about where we're going, what it is, and seriously, why this place is different from any other place that you have shopped for an RV when we get there. So let's get going. All right, so here is the deal. We are at an RV dealer. Now, you know that we have mixed feelings about RV dealers, but this is a very, very different RV dealer, and that is why we wanted to come here today to do some research and RV shopping, because PPL Motorhomes is a consignment only dealer. So every single RV that is here on consignment, which means you're actually dealing with a private owner. PPL is just helping to facilitate that transaction. So you got a little bit more room for maybe some negotiation in the mix. There's just a whole different dynamic when it comes to consignment. Now, when we very first started RVing way back in 2016 and we bought our first RV, we actually used the website for PPL to be able to do more research. So now they have locations across the US. It is the largest consignment dealer in the US. So chances are there's probably a location near you. So really what we came here to look at and start doing research on is more of those smaller Class C, B, Super B kind of category of things. So they've got everything categorized. So we've got those types of RVs over in this section. That's where we're gonna start first. But then, guys, I just love a good RV tour. And then here's the other thing. Again, this is consignments. So this is not new stuff, right? There's some stuff that's gonna be newer, but I can see right now, right behind me, there's some really good used diesel pushers. So I just want to take a look at those out of my own curiosity. And then we've got some other RVs on the other side that we're going to take a look at in the towable section again, just because we don't for sure know what the future holds for us. We want to make sure that we're researching now. Who knows, maybe a towable, I don't know, but we're going to go check those out too.
The cool thing I like about here is they give you a list and of all the prices, everything, and they don't have a sales guy walking around pressuring you, talking to you like, hey, anything you're particularly that you're looking for today? And you know,
it's just kind of like, here's the price list,
yeah,
the inventory, right? Because it's going to constantly change. This is used. This is all used. And that's the other thing too. We are huge proponents of not buying new. Let somebody else take that depreciation hit, purchase used.
Yes, so now we can kind of go. They're all unlocked. We can go through, look at all the floor plans, kind of see what we want. Let's go check out the Class A's, C's, B's.
The CBs.
CBs.
CBs. Let's go do that. So this one here that says Gemini, I've seen a couple of these on Facebook Marketplace, so I'm most interested in checking that one out first because it's on the Ford Transit chassis, and looks like it's just got one bedroom slide. So anyway, I want to check that one out first and see what that one's all about, and then we'll check out the others.
Gemini. It's a Winnebago on a Mercedes chassis. I do like these views.
On a Ford Transit chassis.
54,000.
It's 23 feet.
Yeah.
23 feet, that's perfect.
More than we bought our Class A for.
It's a 2017. Oh, 54,000. Well, again, like, you have to remember, these are consignments, right?
I'm sure they're negotiable.
What do you call a superhero after a long workout?
What?
A little Thor.
A little
Thor.
We were all the best of friends, and then they had the disagreements.
Initial impressions.
Initial impressions is that there's not a bunk above here, which that's not like a make it or break it thing, but I'm also trying to think of the fact that, you know, the kids aren't going to be with us as we travel all the time here in the next 4 or 5 years. I mean, they're both freshmen in high school. They're going to graduate. We're going to be empty nesters at some point. But also thinking about the fact that, you know, at this point, we're not looking at getting rid of our big RV because we will travel as a family in that still, but something in addition to that then maybe would replace that once the kids are gone.
Wait a second. Are you sure it's not a bunk?
It's like a
this has
sunroof.
a thing that comes over.
But you have this for storage. So
Yeah.
you can, it's a nice storage area. You can put blankets and pillows. And then so you would have, this is a sleeping space. And you've got these cabinets up here. So the slide is out, right? So this would fold down for your bed space with the slide. So this would flip up when the slide's in so that it can slide all the way in. So you have a full bed here and then maybe that jackknife. So I would say sleeps 4 if you have smaller kids, 3 if you have like teenagers like ours. At this point in the game, I'm not opposed to throwing a teenager in a tent out on the campsite if I had to.
Looks like it. There it goes. Holy Jehoshaphat.
So this is a 23 footer. Some of the other ones that we've looked at have been closer to like 25. I like the 23 because I feel like, again, you can stealth camp in it easier. You could just pull into a parking space at the ball fields. It's not the wet bath, right? Everything's in here, but the shower is separate from the toilet. So the one thing that I kind of like about how they're doing things here too is they have this little like info sheet here. So you actually have like a little photograph of the floor plan if you're researching and you want to remember. But here's the deal, it's like this is a photocopy, right? So it's like I can take a copy with me and then be like, okay, we looked at this one, and so as we go home later and we're trying to remember, what did this one look like? What did that one look like, or whatever? You could take this info sheet, have the floor plan, have all of the info right there, tells you the year, make, and model, things like one ducted air conditioner, an awning, a backup camera, just, you know, some basic overview. And then this one only has 18,000 miles. For a 2017, 18,000 miles is pretty low miles for this thing. So,
Ooh, that sink needs to,
yeah.
Just needs to be.
So you do have to remember, this is used, right? So this is a 2017. It is now 2025. So it's, somebody do the math for me real quick. How many years old?
Max fan. That's cool. Good job putting this in, guys. The e-trailer charging centers. Someone put that in there. That's kind of cool. There's something about these B chassis that I kind of like. They drive more like a car, not like a diesel pusher.
I think technically anyway, BC.
When you're driving one of those big things, you always have a semblance of stress just because they're so big and you have a tail swing and all this. And sometimes I would absolutely love just kind of the feel of a car drive. It's a little bit smoother drive, and I'm kind of curious on how much noises there is driving down the road.
I'm sure it's not like a Cadillac. Let's just say that. But anyway, all right, let's go look at the next one. You know, the other thing that, you know, is just about as fun as RV shopping, I think, is when you start thinking about all of the places that you could go with your RV. And for that, there's an amazing resource I want to tell you about. So if you're looking for fresh travel inspiration, one of our favorite resources we've been using for nearly a year now is RV Destinations magazine, and it's really quickly become a must-have for planning our adventures. Now, after traveling through all of the lower 48 states now over the last 7 years, we're always on the hunt for those hidden gems that we might have missed, and this magazine really delivers. It's packed with stunning photography, detailed campground reviews, unique places to stay, hello Harvest hosts, and some top-notch restaurant recommendations that really keep our travel list growing. What we really love is how much RV Destinations really strikes that perfect balance between well-known spots and off the beaten path discoveries. So whether you're planning your next national park trip or just looking for a charming private campground, it's full of ideas that will really spark your wanderlust. Plus, it's super convenient, available in both print and digital formats. I really like flipping through my physical copy. I'm kind of old school when I'm at the beach or around the campfire, while Ben prefers reading on his iPad, so it's a win-win for both of us. If you're an RVer or camper looking to make the most of your travels, RV Destinations magazine is absolutely worth checking out, 100%. 100%. I seriously cannot tell you how much I personally love this magazine. And for the next 7 days only, guys, 7 days, RV Destinations is offering a flash sale to our viewers with a 40% discount. Now, this is the biggest discount ever offered, and it's only good until April 7th. After which, if you're watching this video, you could still save 20% off. The links and the details will be in the video description below, or you could check out gratefulglamper.com/RV Destinations. We are very, very thankful for our partnership with RV Destinations in sponsoring this video and their support of our channel. Now back to RV shopping. All right, so this next one is a 25 foot, so it's a few feet longer than the Gemini was, because that was a 23 foot. So this one is a Coachman Freelander. Now I actually have been looking at these, and we've looked at a couple older ones. This one's a little bit newer. So let's take a look at this one, although it might be a little too new as far as not quite fully depreciated yet, but oh, maybe not.
Just pull it back towards you, no?
I don't want to pull too hard.
Is it walked?
I think it's locked.
Trinity used to say that when she was younger, it's walked. So we have to have them unwalk it.
Yeah, this one needs to be unwalked.
All right, well, let's come make a note on your paper to come back to that one.
That's the nice thing. They give you little pencils.
We got a compass over there, and then we've got some Class A's over here.
This is 28 feet. This is really longer than what I would want, so it's not even, I'm not even worried about looking at that because it's longer than what I would want. Although,
actually, that's not too bad.
28, it says 28 feet, but that doesn't look like...
That's not bad.
It doesn't look like it's 28 feet.
No, that's not bad. And it's on a 450 chassis, which is nice.
Does that look like a 28 footer to you?
No.
I don't think that's right.
See, I think
See, that says 26B. I think it's 26.
Yeah, you're right.
Let's look at this one. Oh, now this one definitely has more just like sleeping space and everything, being a 26 footer. Maybe it is a 28 foot. I don't know, because it does feel like...
No, it's 26, because it says 26 on it.
It does say 26 on the thing, but the spec sheet says 28 anyway.
The spec sheet's wrong. People can be wrong, you know.
So again, you have one slide in the bedroom to help give you that... Oh, and the smoke detector.
Need to replace the batteries.
And then let's take a look here at the bathroom. Similar setup where you've got the shower separate, so it's not the wet bath. The toilet's separate from the shower, but everything's all enclosed, and got your
ceramic
toilet.
Nice little corner.
As they all said in your
toilet. You want to give it the arm test? See how
I can tell you right now,
spacious it is?
I would want the elongated one.
Let's see.
I can tell you right now, I'd want the elongated one.
All right. Yeah, that is true.
Pull my phone out of my back pocket.
That's true. Yeah, it doesn't feel kind of confined though. I guess you could put your arm up on there while you're doing the duty.
How long do you plan on spending in the bathroom?
Well,
really? This is kind of nice. I've not seen this before, but like just to be able to
hang stuff on.
Well, yeah, put your towels or whatever maybe as they're drying.
Actually, that gives me an idea of like.
Yeah, it's
that's simple design.
Some screws, and then that is interesting. First time I've seen that in an RV, so you'll have to let me know if you guys have seen this or not, or if you have this in your RV. Do you like it? So with this, you definitely have a lot of sleeping as far as you have this, it's going to convert, right? I don't know if this jackknifes out or not, even if you just slept on one.
It will.
Yeah, it jackknifes. So lots of sleeping there. And then you do have this as a bunk for sleeping, so you could, step down a little.
Lots of room up here.
But this is on a swivel, right? So you can just push this back or whatever, and then have this cushion here. So it looks like maybe a little bit of, I can't tell if that's wrinkle. No, maybe it's just the texture. I think it's just the texture.
It doesn't look like there's any water damage here. They don't have the max fans. And
then it looks like just the one AC, which in our experience looking at these, when it's smaller, the one AC seems to really be plenty. There's a fan in the back bedroom, Ben.
Oh, another max fan, so you can open windows and on cooler nights. Ooh, there's a bee in there. Ugh.
Is it really? I don't think that's a max air fan.
No, no. You'd want to put a max fan in there.
I am wondering if this is really truly 28 though, because being in here, it feels really long. I also wonder if the people that owned it had cats. Just wondering. Asking for a friend.
Oh, possibly. Little cat scratcher. Well, I see you found the view.
Oh my gosh, let me tell you why. Like literally, after being in here for a few minutes, I am super excited about this particular model, to where actually I'm like, this could be it. This could literally be it. Because number one, this is only a 23 footer, right? So this is the smaller footprint that we would want, but we could actually stuff our kids in here. So you've got an actual dinette. So you've got one slide here, right?
Yeah.
And it's out right now, so it gives you some space. But you could put a kid, you know, and when we say kid,
Table comes down.
yeah, when we say kid, we have to think about the fact that our kids are now the size of adults. So if you have smaller kids, you could put 2. Actually, look, it has little cuptors. We say cupter.
Aw.
It's a kidism. You guys are gonna have to let us know, those of you that are parents, grandparents, when your kids were little and they said something a certain way and it just turned into like an actual word in your house.
And you end up using it even when the kids are out
when the
of the
kids are
house.
gone. So our kids used to call the cup holder a cupter. So now they're cupters.
Somebody looks like they added this, which is kind of cool. It's got the outlets and the USBs and stuff, and put a little travel sticker on there. It's plugged into this little cigarette lighter. They got a little outlet here for the computers. And
So you can put somebody here. You actually have a bunk for sleeping.
look at that. Wow.
You just would move this ladder.
That's
but
nice.
this is actually a nice size bunk. Somebody put a foam pad up here. So you've got this for sleeping. I kind of like this. You got a little sunroof thing. Looks like it tilts open if you want it open for airflow. This is a screen, so look, you can
Okay.
open it up but have it screened off.
Let the heat rise out of there.
Well, just even like, again, if it's a cooler night or something, right? Or you can shut it off so that you don't have the heat coming in through there.
I like what they did here to keep the carpet from coming down. They kind of put some supports across the top.
I think that's factory, I think.
Is it?
And then you still have another bed here in the back. So you've got this bed here in the back. Now here's what we'd have to test out, Ben.
Let's test it out. Oh,
I would let you know right now, I can't sleep against the wall. I would get too claustrophobic. So
I'm
you would
fine with
have to
that.
sleep against the wall. Still kind of sleeping against the wall here in a certain sense. But here's the bigger test. The length of the bed isn't long enough. I don't want to put my shoes on it, but
yeah.
I could probably do this. And actually, if we snuggle.
All right, let's snuggle. Let's see. Oh yeah, totally can do that. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I
It would
like
work.
this. I like it.
it would work.
I could do this. I mean, you have room for your arms and stuff,
Yeah.
you know, here. So it has little screens, and it has the whole window kind of.
It does still have, you know what, the one thing like we were talking about, it's still the same. You still have an exit window right at the,
Well, yeah, but it's higher
Head
to where
of the
it's not.
bed.
Your head is down here.
unless
and it
you're
doesn't
sitting up in bed reading.
hit it, which is nice.
Yeah.
They
Now
thought
here's
about that.
one thing I actually do like about this is that, so you have your sink here. So like if somebody needs to brush their teeth, or like I wear contact lenses, you know, you can do your personal stuff here. And then you've got the toilet and the shower in here. So again, not a wet bath, right? Separate toilet,
Elongated toilet.
shower. That's not elongated.
Yeah, it is. No?
No.
Oh. Someone can still get ready while the other
Somebody's-
person's doing the duty.
Monopolizing the bathroom time.
Yes.
So, and then you've got your,
Decent
Fridge and
size
freezer.
fridge, freezer.
yeah. Out of
this-
all of the like models that I've looked at,
I like it.
that we've looked at, this would really be the one that I think, now again, you put 2 kids in here and you got a 1 bathroom, it's going to be tight, but there would at least be sleeping for everybody. And then as we look more towards the day that it's just you and I. Out there it said 07, this is 06. The price is really reasonable on this too.
What is it?
So 40 something.
Okay.
So look at the price sheet again. Survey says 43.9. So that's actually really reasonable, and then it's on the Mercedes chassis.
So a little bit more maintenance, you know, it's a diesel. But there is one important thing, Charity, that I want to make sure I check out that would be a deal breaker for me.
What is that?
We got to look at the roof. What is it, roof worthy for solar? Like, could we put some panels on there? Could we put some panels up there?
Yeah, as long as it has a gen. Anyway, you go check the roof.
Okay, so let's go ahead and go up here to see what the roof looks like. And did I just get an accent? What the roof looks like, and see if it's solar worthy. If we could throw some panels, and I think we could fit some nice panels up on there.
Is that an
See,
EPDM roof?
a big, you know, it's fiberglass, so we could put a big residential right up there,
Weight. You got to make sure you look at weight.
and then a couple along there. We could load this roof up with solar. Derek, what do you think? The only thing that I'm thinking about is we might have to remove that so we can put a panel right there. We'd have to remove this antenna. Or, you know what? Could put a rack to cover all this. So rack it. All right, I think I know what we're gonna do here. So this is the storage.
There's a lot of storage there, actually.
Yeah,
under
I like
the bed.
that. Decent storage. Interesting how it interacts with the bed there.
Yeah. The thing is that, you know, you want to utilize all the space that you can, and if that means that there's a funky space, well, you might as well have access for it for storage. So that's
Right.
kind of actually smart on Winnebago's part, honestly, when you think about it.
Yeah, nice full clear coat paint. There are some little,
It's used.
emblems.
And it's a 2000, well, I'm confused. It says up there 2007. It says on the sheet 2006. Anyway, it could be one of those things where it's an 06, 07.
Well, the frame is usually newer, or the frame is 1 year earlier than the model of the RV.
So what were you saying with
I was just gonna sit down
comforts
and see what your thoughts are sitting down in there. I like the view. See what I did there?
See what you did here.
It feels comfortable, and it's you have a wide open view of what you're seeing.
Yeah, I mean, you see the overhang a little bit, but I'm guessing you don't see it as much as like on that, you know, mini Winnie kind of thing where it's a larger overhang.
Yeah.
And I do still like that it does still have a bunk,
Yep.
which I think is really nice.
Voyager backup cam.
Yeah.
So that's kind of nice.
Wonder how much. I think the battery shut off, so there's not any electronics to kind of move the seat around to know how much.
It's actually manual. You can actually, on the left side there, you can move it up and down. It's kind of neat how it goes up and down.
Oh,
It kind of
that's
like
tilting. Where's the slide back and forth?
Oh, maybe that is electric.
But my goal is that, you know, what we want, because this is a 23-footer, right, is that as our daughter's pursuing collegiate softball and things like that during her high school years, that we could go to the tournaments that she's going to need to play in to get that exposure, and just be able to pull into a parking spot and kind of be more stealth and just have a place to where if we need to sleep, we can have our own food, just a hangout spot. And so a 23-footer like this is going to do the job better than either a 25. And for sure, I think that other one was a 28, so that's off the list. But this would do the job. Probably the only thing that I would be really concerned about changing right away, because everything else looks great, is obviously the mattress. We'd want to go with an RV mattress. And the nice thing about RV mattresses, they make mattresses to fit pretty much any size, dimensions. So we could get a different mattress to go there. They have the limited lifetime warranty. Anyway, we just love our RV mattress. Would not have that anymore. So that I would definitely change right away. And also, just as an FYI, we do have a relationship with RV Mattress where y'all can get a discount. So all that info will be below, and there'll be a link on the screen too, because we just love our sleep quality on our RV mattress to where I would not have one anymore. So we just popped into this Phoenix Cruiser, and this is a really nice, very, very nice RV. I won't bore you with the details, but this also, I think, is in the front contender. We grabbed a little info sheet on it for later. But I think the cool thing is that, you know, this model would never have been on my radar before. It's, again, used. And so the cool thing about being able to come to a place like this where it's 100% consignment, right? And we actually just did talk to a rep or whatever. And so you have to think about it like they're like a real estate agent, right? So it's like we could say, hey, call this owner and see if he'll take $5,000 less or whatever, and they'll make the call and they'll do that. There's negotiating power there. But being able to be exposed to things that maybe you wouldn't have had on your radar just because you didn't know it was out there or that it existed, I think that that's probably the most valuable thing that I'm starting to take away from this experience, is seeing all of the different options that I didn't even know existed. So for fun, let's go look at a few others for fun. So for $150,000, you too can have a 41-foot diesel pusher, tag axle.
They didn't make it to the rest of the 50.
They did not make it very far.
Aw, that's sad.
I'm so sad that whomever this was did not make it very far. Inside of this Newmar, right? Beautiful, beautiful RV, by the way. Bath and a half, little jealous of that. But like looking at this, right, this doesn't have your typical like booth or bench dinette. You've got this area. And like, honestly, I think that I personally now, doing this as long as we have, like this setup better for us. Just because, you know, half of us don't really eat in the dinette anyway. And so just a little bit more comfortable, more storage. You get more storage in that particular space. But the thing that I'm thinking again that is so wonderful about really being able to look at a bunch of different used RVs from older to a little bit newer is getting ideas of maybe what you would like or what's going to work better for your family or your situation or wherever you are in that season of life. I'm just really glad that we came up here. And by the way, like this video is not sponsored by PPL or anything like that at all. We found out there was one in Florida, so we came up here, but they've got several locations throughout the US. So just disclaimer on that.
It's interesting how these Thomas Paine couches are having issues with the finish. That's interesting.
Well, this one too.
Oh, that one too. So maybe they just had cats or something, or
this was a 2014 actually, so that's interesting. This was still 11 years old. What else you got going on here is you got some window fogging, which we had our windows fixed with that too.
Can be fixed.
It can be fixed. And honestly, when it comes to RV furniture, quite frankly, I prefer replacing it anyway. And the thing is,
take these out and
you
replace
can.
them.
And IKEA, we've talked about that so many times, that IKEA furniture is really one of the best things that you can do for RV furniture, unless you want to buy something RV specific. But your IKEA stuff is meant for smaller spaces. It comes in pieces. There's just huge advantages to considering IKEA for that replacement furniture.
This is one of my dream RVs. 2015.
I can't believe for 2015, so this is 10 years old.
Wow.
That it's still $227,000. But now I will say this: when this thing was brand new, because oh, there's a kitty.
Yeah. Oh, hey, kitty. She's hanging out. How you doing?
Oh,
no.
He's
okay.
Yeah.
She doesn't want anything to do with me.
When these things are brand new, they are close to like $1 million. So that again shows you depreciation, right?
Yeah.
So this is a 44-foot, oh my gosh, it's a 44-foot Tradition by American Coach. Google it, somebody Google it and put it in the comments. But I'm willing to bet you dollars to donuts it was close to $1 million new, and now 10 years later it's depreciated by that much. So
well, I wouldn't mind having a family tradition going in this thing.
Yeah, this is definitely bougie.
Ooh,
bougie. Look at all these vents. I mean, you are not. Look at them all.
This does have the dated kind of look.
It's kind of like grandma's house.
Yep.
Like with these
backsplash. Look at that.
Well, like with these like carvings in the trim pieces, the way that the trim pieces are.
That backsplash, I tell you. Shiny.
It has an induction top. Like this is almost like the same induction top we have, honestly. Fridge is a lot bigger than ours. And of course, oh my gosh, you guys. This bathroom. So you have a bath and a half. So you have a half bath here, right? This is nuts. This is nuts. Look at this. Is the freaking bathroom. Double sinks.
Wow. That's crazy.
This is literally like the flippin' Ritz-Carlton on wheels.
No kidding.
And then look at this. It's a walk-in closet. And then there's like a whole nother, I don't think that the battery's connected for lights and stuff.
You can sit down to put on your socks. I said that in a rich voice, if you didn't notice.
Yeah.
You sit down and put on your socks and clothes. Boy, and you put all your shoes in there.
Pray to God you don't have engine problems, because you're going to have to get in.
Yeah, I'd rather have bunks back there, though, for the kids.
Our kids are not kid size anymore. Stackable washer, dryer stuff. They are Splendid models. Look at that. This is like the Ritz on wheels, people.
Wow.
And a ceiling fan.
Whoa.
This is just massive.
Crazy.
It's crazy massive. That would be fun.
This Monaco does have quite a few issues. I do like the pass-through, but I do like how they have a unique chassis. Ooh-wee. So this is not good.
This is why that
tires.
I wouldn't even want to test drive it that way.
Yeah, no way.
This is why we preach, guys, about making sure that you know what you're getting into, because these tires are not cheap. And this is what can happen, right? over time, they have to be replaced. It's not even about the tread wear as much as it's about the age of the tire. Obviously, that's not a spring chicken tire. It's kind of cool. They have flags for all of the branches of the military. And then talking with Kevin, the one guy that we've been talking with or whatever, it's a lot of former military that actually works here, and some current military that are in like the reserve. So kind of cool to just see all of the veterans that are here at BPL.
This
Fleetwood
is
Bounder. I thought it looked like a Fleetwood.
O2.
O2.
It's got a fresh paint job on it.
It's funny.
Replace the.
It does.
They
It
put
does
some red
look
over
like.
it.
It does look like maybe it was a.
They got a few.
Look at this.
Yeah, a few runs.
It's a DIY paint job.
Louise. I mean, it's unique. Look at the
This
colors.
is very unique.
Very colorful.
This is very much. Oh, there's a soft spot in the floor
Yeah.
there. This is definitely unique. Those countertops, we could just paint over them.
Yeah, paint
Just
over
paint
them.
the countertops.
Yep, paint the countertops. Holy moly.
Oh, there's a washer dryer unit right here. We want to look at these two Airstreams just for fun. But this proves my point with these asinine RV age rules and campgrounds. There is a pretty big difference between the model years on this. One of them is significantly older than the other. See if you can tell me which one it is.
So we got this one and this one. See if Charity would ever be up for Airstream.
Initial impressions, it's like, I like the counters.
Yeah?
The countertops, actually.
This is fairly spacious.
Yeah. This one is I'm trying to remember. All of the smoke detectors in all these RVs, man.
Yeah.
This one is a 30-foot, but I would not want to tow this with an SUV at 30 feet.
Right.
I'd
And
want a
especially, yeah, our SUV. You'd have to have like a 250 or 350.
I wouldn't want, I wouldn't even want a gas engine. Not that it couldn't do it. It could
Right.
totally do it as far as the weight goes. I would be more concerned about the length and making sure that you could put those stabilizer hitches on that would keep you stable.
Yeah.
But
Now I expected these to be hot inside, but this has been sitting on the sun and it doesn't feel roasting in here.
it's not too hot just yet as far as the actual outside temp. If we came here on a day that was warmer, it might feel warmer too. But
It's warmer than actually walking in some of these other Class A's though. All your spaces.
this one is a
You do lose a
actual-
little bit of storage with the rounding there, but
little bit. Overall, it's not bad. I mean, if it was just you and me, baby, I would do it.
yeah.
I would totally do it. Even with no slides, too, it still feels very, very spacious. The shower is very small.
Small?
I'll tell you that right now. I mean, you got a little bench, but it's overall, it's
Yeah.
not exactly the most spacious thing in the world. So, but this is nice. I like, you've got the windows. You can.
Is that a king or queen size bed?
This is a queen. Block out the light and stuff. And you would not be converting this to a king Benjamin.
Nope.
Not with how this is all built in here.
Well, should we go check out that cloud now? Next door?
Oh, the other
The
Airstream.
newer one?
We should.
See what the differences are.
And then, so this is something, new information that we just got in talking with one of the reps here. I hate to call them salespeople because they're really not salespeople. It's more like,
He was saying he's like a real estate agent for RVs.
right, you've got a seller and you've got a buyer and they're just kind of brokering the deal and they don't even have dealer fees or anything like that. So it's a very different concept, and that's why we love this concept more when it comes to purchasing a used RV. You're not going from private seller to private seller, driving all these miles looking around on Marketplace, but everything's in one spot. You're buying still from a private seller. So he did say occasionally, right now especially, they've got some RVs that are on the lot that are brand new, and this is what happened was basically like a dealership that goes out of business, but there's still like bank-owned units on the lot that then come here essentially for consignment. Brand spanking new RVs here on the lot that are pretty heavily discounted because that's the circumstances that they came to be here under. So that's kind of an interesting thing too, to know that every once in a while that's an option. If you are like dead set on, no, I want something brand new, well, you could still do that. Let's look at the one next door. Go take a quick look at the towables just for fun and call it a day. It was like
A little bit
the haunted
creepy.
house.
Flying cloud.
this. But interestingly enough, I'm just looking at the spec sheet. Even though this one's shorter than that one, this says that the weight is heavier than that one. Not by a lot, but by like 500 pounds.
Interesting.
Which is surprising, but I don't know,
Yeah.
maybe it's built more durable or something.
It is more rugged looking. I really like how light it is in here.
The lighter, where the trim is all like lighter
Yeah.
and stuff.
You're sleeping
Yeah.
in 2 separate beds over here.
You can, there's a thing.
Oh.
There's a thing, there's supposed to be a thing where you can put like
Put between you.
I think.
No, with this little thing,
Maybe
you're
not.
not putting anything between you.
Okay, so here's the deal. Do you think that you could do Ricky and Lucy beds?
I don't know. I don't know if I like that. I mean, you could make it happen, I'm sure, but.
What's that?
I don't know.
Move over.
I don't know. Like, I mean, I just don't know.
All right, you think we could do this, or?
As long as you're good with the Ricky and Lucy bed.
What is that?
It sounds like a squirrel on top of the roof.
I could probably deal with it.
This is kind of nice. This is like a little cutting board thing that goes over your...
So give us a quick little tour.
Sink.
What else do we have?
Yeah, so you've got-
TV, fridge. Whoops.
Feels like you're in a haunted house. Yeah, you've got your fridge, freezer. Again, somebody could sleep here very easily. I'm guessing that dinette would maybe convert into some sort of sleeping back there. Just
Yeah.
don't know for sure.
So
Not going to try to figure it out,
extra-
but that would make the most sense that it would. And then you've got like a closet area here.
And then a bigger shower than the other one, right? And you'd feel
Yeah.
good about this size.
It's a little bit bigger than the other one. It's still pretty small. Oh, look at this. It's got a thing for you to...
Oh, to hang stuff.
Yeah, to hang your swimsuits or your towels or whatever.
Okay.
Fun, fun, fun. So your shower's here, and then basically you have like your toilet and sink
Okay.
in here.
Okay. Decent
So-
size bathroom. So.
Yeah, and then
Here.
just storage and stuff. I do like how this comes down with the lip.
Yeah.
I could probably work some storage magic in here. Just saying.
Oh yeah. We know.
Probably could.
You know you could.
Probably could.
Propane, furnace.
Lots of storage again in this back bedroom too, which you know what you could do? Soft-sided bins, and then that way you
Double
could
up.
do you could do like your socks and your undies and things like that there.
Yeah.
Because then you have like this little closet area here where it does have a thing, but you probably just like fold, right? So you probably like fold your shirts, fold your pants, your shorts or
Yeah.
whatever. But then you would do like socks and undies here. You know, it's
I've
interesting.
seen your folding skills. You're good at folding things up nice and tidy.
Same here. You could do like other
Yeah.
things in here. Interesting fact. So I have a very, very good friend that is a real estate agent and has been for close to 30 years. And she was telling me that fewer and fewer people are using like dressers in homes because they're folding everything or using like bins and things in closets. So they're putting like their socks, undies, anything that you would have traditionally put into a dresser. They're using like bins and things in the closet, and then all the clothes are in the closet, and there's just no dresser in bedrooms. So you don't really need that, I guess. You can use other
Yeah.
things. Us RVers have been doing it for years.
Yeah. Very cool.
Alrighty, let's go take a quick look at the other towables. All right, so you've got really a big variety, which I'm just enjoying, like perusing. It almost feels like being at an RV show without the crowds of an RV show because there's so many different makes and models to look at, floor plans to check out. But you've got things, like you got a $9,000 travel trailer here, so super, super entry level to get into camping, on up to the higher end diesel pushers that were down there that are $300,000. So huge variance in what you can get. It's a great place to come and do research, if nothing else.
I've got my eye on this little Airstream right there. I want to check that out too. The cool thing, you don't have to be right behind me.
We actually found another really interesting place that you could purchase an RV, and we talk about that right up here.